Today we're going to look at how to round numbers. Let's look at the following examples. In the first number, 71,789, the 1 is underlined. The 1 is in the thousands place. What that means is I'm going to be rounding the number to the thousands place. When you're rounding, you always want to look at the number to the right. So for instance, if I'm looking at this, the number to the right is a 7. The rule is that if the digit is 4 or less, you want to round down. If the number is 5 or greater, you want to round up. Okay? In our example, 7 is greater than 5, so that means that it's going to make the 1 a 2. So I'm going to just rewrite that 2 right now. Now here's another rule. Everything to the left stays the same. So I'm going to write 7, and everything to the right of my number that I'm rounding is going to be zeros. So 71,789 rounds to 72,000. Let's look at my next example. 2,134. The underlined place is the tens place. So I'm going to look to the right, to the ones place, and I have a 4. Okay? The 4 is going to do nothing to my 3. So I'm going to rewrite my 3, and everything before it stays the same, everything to the left, and then everything after it goes to a 0. So my number rounded is 2,130. Now let's look at some decimals. I have 12 and 449 thousandths. The tens place is the number that we want to round to. So I'm going to look to the number to the right, and it's a 4. Again, 4 or less, I round down. So everything before the place that I'm rounding to stays the same, and my 4 stays a 4. So I have 12 and 4/10. I don't need to put any zeros because I want just the number in the tens place. If I did put a 0, it would make it 12 and 400 thousandths. It doesn't change the value because remember, adding zeros to the end of the decimal doesn't change the value. But again, I just want a number in the tens place. In my last example, I have the hundredth place underlined. That's the number I want to round to. So I look at the number to the right. It's a 9. The 9 bumps up my 0, and it bumps it up to a 1. So again, everything before it to the left of it stays the same. And I'm now going to make my 0 a 1.